In a probability distribution, next part is normal distribution. The continuous probability distribution having the probability density function f of x given by f of x equals to 1 upon sigma square root 2 pi into e raised to minus into bracket x minus mu whole square upon 2 sigma square. Here mu is nothing but mean, sigma is nothing but standard deviation. Where x lies between minus infinity to plus infinity. Similarly, mean also lies between minus infinity to plus infinity, and sigma standard deviation is greater than 0, and this is known as normal distribution. Next, mean and standard deviation of this normal distribution is nothing but mean and standard deviation only. Mean is given by mu, standard deviation is given by standard deviation only. Because here separately we don't have any expression for mean and standard deviation. This is nothing but normal distribution formula. Let's have some standard normal distributions. Okay. First one, z is equals to x minus mu upon sigma is called standard normal variate. This is also written as SNV. SNV is nothing but standard normal variate. Here mu is nothing but mean, sigma is nothing but standard deviation. Next, f of z, capital F of z is nothing but it's a standard normal distribution function, and it is given by 1 upon square root 2 pi e raised to minus z square by 2. Z square is nothing but x minus mu upon sigma is nothing but z. X minus mu whole square, x minus mu upon sigma whole square, it is written as z square by 2 is the standard normal probability density function or standard normal curve. Standard normal curve also like a normal curve. Standard normal curve will be always like this. Okay. Normal distribution curve. This is nothing but standard normal distribution curve. Here we are finding area under these curves. That is meant how it is distributed. By the mathematical, we are finding this one. Okay. Phi of z is equals to 1 upon square root of 2 pi integration 0 to z e raised to minus z square by 2 into dz represents the area under the standard normal curve. This area under the standard normal curve from 0 to z. This phi of z is nothing but area under the standard normal curve. Next, we have some important results. That means these are we are using to solve the examples. P of probability of minus infinity means P of z, that z lies between minus infinity to plus infinity. This we can write it as integration minus infinity to plus infinity phi of z dz equals to 1. Means the probability of z, when z lies between minus and infinity and plus infinity, then the value of this z, probability of the value is 1. Next, if z lies between 0 to minus infinity or minus infinity to 0, then the probability value of z is 0.5. If z lies between 0 to plus infinity, the probability of this, the value of z is 0.5. Means if z lies between minus infinity and plus infinity, it is 1. If z lies between minus infinity to 0 and 0 to infinity, then the value of z, probability value of z is 0.5. Okay. Next, if we have one more curve, that is z1, then P of probability of z less than z1. Then this we can write it as that z lies between minus infinity to 0 and 0 to z1. Then this we can write it as the value of minus infinity to 0 when z lies between minus infinity to 0, the value is 0.5 plus this we can write it as phi of z1. When P of z greater than z2 means one more standard normal variate greater than z2, then this we can split it as P of minus infinity greater than z greater than 0 minus P of 0 greater than z greater than z2. Then this value we already know that is 0.5 minus pi of z2. The pi of z1, pi of z2, these are the standard normal curve values. These values we can get it by a table. These pi of z1 and pi of z2 values means z1, z2 are normal variates. These we are getting by a table. I will show you the table. This is pi of p of z2 greater than equal to z, greater than equal to z1. Then we can split this as p of 0 less than equals to z, less than equals to z2 minus p of 0 less than equals to z, less than equals to z1. Okay. This you can write it as pi of z2 minus pi of z1. According to the question, according how the question comes, that we can change these splits also. We can substitute the value and simplify. Depends on the given data. Okay. Now I will show you the standard normal distribution table. Okay. By using that table, we are putting the values. Okay. This is a normal probability table. Pi of z means here these are the z values. And 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is the standard normal curve 1 upon square root 2 pi 0 to z e raised to minus z square upon 2 dz. Standard normal curve, that is pi of z. This pi of z. Okay. When it is 0, 0, 0. When it is 0.5, 0.1915. When it is pi of 1, pi 1 value is 0.3413. Pi of 2, 0.4772. Pi of 3, 0.4987. Like that. Pi of 1.1, you can find any value. By using standard probability table, using this table, we are solving the examples. Let's start the example next one. If x is a normal variate with a mean 30 and standard deviation 5, find the probability that 26 less than equals to x less than equals to 40, x greater than equals to 45. Okay. Let us consider the standard normal variate. Standard normal variate. That is SNB. We have that z is equals to x minus mu upon sigma. Here they are given mu is equals to 30, that is mean 30. Standard deviation sigma is equals to 5. Substitute here. Z is equals to x minus 30 upon 5. Right? Okay. Now they are asking find the probability that. Okay. First one. Probability of 26 less than equals to x less than equals to 40. Okay. If x equals to 26, if x equals to 26, then z will be what? 26 minus 30 upon 5, and that z is equals to minus 0.8. If x is equals to 40, then z is equals to 40 minus 30 upon 5, and this is equals to 2. That means if x equals to 26, z is equals to minus 0.8. If x equals to 40, z is equals to 2. Then we need to find the probability of z, and that z lies between minus 0.8 less than equals to z less than equals to 2. And this we can write it as, we need to, by using standard result, we can split it as p of minus 0.8 less than equals to z less than equals to 0. For our calculation, we are splitting this one, plus p of 0 less than equals to z less than equals to 2. Or this you can write it as p of 0 less than equals to z less than equals to 0.8 plus it comes this side, then it becomes plus p of 0 less than equals to z less than or equals to 2. Or this you can write it as pi of 0.8 plus pi of 2. These are nothing but pi of z values. Okay, these values we are substituting by the table which are shown. Okay, by the table we can substitute pi of 0.8. This is one z, this is another z. Values we can put pi of 0.8 is 0.2881 plus pi of 2 values 0.4772, and adding this one, after adding these two values we have 0.7653, that is p of minus 0.8 less than or equals to z less than or equals to 2, that is 0.7653, or p of 26 less than or equals to x less than 40, value is 0.7653. This is z value. When x equals to 26, z is 0 minus 0.8. When x equals to 40, z is 2. And the probability of this one, this one. Next, second one. P of x greater than or equals to 45. That means if x equals to 45, then what will be the result? That is 45 minus 30 upon 5. And this is equals to 3. Then P of z greater than or equals to 3. Here we need to find, and x equals to 45, z is equals to 3. We need to find probability of z, and it is greater than or equals to 3. Okay, for this we can split it as p of z greater than or equals to 0 minus p of z less than or equals to 3. Because greater than 3 we may have many values. Exactly we don't know. Therefore, we are splitting like this. And p of z greater than or equals to 0, this value we have, that is 0.5 by standard results. This is 0.5 minus pi of 3. Okay, this pi of 3 value we can find it by the table, and the value of pi of 3 is 0.4987. And simplify this one, here we are getting 0.001. That is p of z greater than or equals to 3, or p of x greater than or equals to 45. Value is 0.0013. Okay, let's have next example. Second one, the marks of 1000 students in an examination follows a normal distribution with mean 70 and standard deviation 5. Find the number of students whose marks will be, first one less than 65, second one more than 75, third one between 65 and 75. Means here we are telling 1000 students in an examination, they are scored with the minimum marks of 70 and with standard deviation 5. They want to know how many students scored less than 65 out of 1000, more than 75 out of 1000 students, and marks between 65 and 75 out of 1000 students they want to know. Okay, before knowing finding the number of students, first we will find the probabilities. Okay, for that one, let x represents the marks of students. Okay. By data, here they have given mean mu is equal to 70, standard deviation 5. Okay, we have standard normal variate, that is z is equal to x minus mu upon sigma. That is, we substitute mu and sigma, x minus 70 upon 5. Okay, first one is less than 65. Means if x means a marks, if x equals to 65, then z will be minus 1. 65 minus 70 upon 5. Simplify, here we are getting z as minus 1. then we need to find the probability of z which is less than -1. That is probability of z which is less than -1. Okay, interchanging, here we are getting P of z greater than equals to 1, means transferring LHS and RHS, here by equality we can get P of z greater than 1. Okay, then we can split for our simplification. This we can split it as P of z greater than 0 minus P of 0 less than z less than 1. Why the results? And z greater than 0, probability of z greater than 0 value is 0.5, and this we can write it as pi of 1. And pi of 1 by the table we can write the value as 0.3413, and simplify this, here we are getting 0.1587, means probability of students which are scoring less than 65 is 0.1587 of one student it is. Now we need to find out of those 1000 students how many scored less than 65. That is number of students scoring less than 65 is 1000 into 0.1587. That is 158.7, or nearly 159 students scored less than 65 marks. Okay. Second one is more than 75. Okay. If x equals to 75, then z is equals to 1. Substitute x equals to 75. Simplify, here we are getting z equals to 1. Next, now we need to find the probability of a student who are scoring more than 75. Okay, that is probability of z greater than 1. Split by the standard result, we can write this one as P of z greater than equals to 0 minus P of 0 less than z less than 1. And we know the value of this one, that is 0.5. Minus this we can write it as pi of 1, and that pi of 1 value we can substitute by the table, normal table, distribution table, that is 0.3413. Simplify, here also we are getting 0.1587. This is our probability of a student scoring more than 75. Now we need to find out of 1000 students how many are scoring more than 75 marks. That is 1000 into 0.1587. This is also nearly 159 students scoring more than 75 marks. Next, they are asking how many students scoring between 65 and 75. That means if x equals to 65, z equals to -1. There we have seen. If x equals to 75, z equals to 1. Here we have seen. That is, we need to find the probability. First, we need to probability of a student scoring between 65 and 75. Afterwards we find the number. Okay. That P of -1 less than z less than 1. That this you can write it as 2 into P of 0 less than z less than 1. Standard result. Then 2 into this you can write it as pi of 1, and substitute the value of pi of 1, that is 0.3413. 2 into 0.3413 0.6826. This is the probability. Now we need to find the number of students. Number of students scoring marks between 65 and 75, that is 1000 into 0.6826. That is nearly 683 students scoring between 65 and 75 marks. Next one, third question. This question is from model question paper. The IQ of students in a certain college is assumed to be normally distributed with mean 100 and variance 25. If two students are selected random, find the probability that both of them have IQ between 102 and 110. Second one, at least one of them have IQ between 102 and 110. Third one, at most one of them have IQ between 102 and 110. That means here they have given an IQ of a college, IQ of students of a college with the mean 100 and variance 25. Okay. Here they are selected two students randomly. They are asking to find the probability of IQ of two students, first one, and probability of IQ of at least one of them. It is between 102 and 110. and at most one of probability of at most one of them have IQ between 102 and 110. Okay. Let us solve this one. Let X represents the IQs by data. Here we have mu is equals to 100. Mean they have given 100, and they have given variance B is equals to 25. But we need what? Standard deviation. Therefore, we know that standard deviation is equals to square root of variance. That is square root 25, which is equals to 5. Consider standard normal variance. Z is equals to x minus mu upon sigma. That is x minus mu is 100, sigma is 5. Now they have given x values, that is 102 and 110. If x equals to 102, then z will be 0.4. The substitute x equals to 102 and simplify. Here we are getting z as 0.4. If x equals to 110, then z will be 2. Substitute x equals to 110 and simplify. Here we are getting z equals to 2. Okay. First one, both of them have IQ between 102 and 110. We need to find probability of 0.4 less than equals to z less than equals to 2. That is probability of 0.4 less than equals to z less than equals to, this we can write it as probability of 2 greater than equals to 2, z greater than equals to 0.4. Inequalities these are. This for our calculations, this we can split it as P of 0 less than equals to z less than equals to 2 minus P of 0 less than equals to z less than equals to 0.4. And this we can write it as pi of 2 minus pi of 0.4. And these two values we can substitute by the normal distribution table, and pi of 2 value is 0.4772 and pi of 0.4 is 0.1554. Simplify this one. Here we are getting 0.3218. This is the probability of one student. IQ of one student. Now we need to find IQ of two students. This is a probability of one student between 102 and 110. Or 0.4 to 2, probability of one student. But they are asking probability of two students, that is IQ of two students, the square of this one. 0.3218 into 0.3218, and here we have nearly 0.1036. Next, second one they are asking probability of at least one of them have IQ between 102 and 110. At least means more than 1 minus. This we can write it as none of them. 1 minus none of them. None of them means no one has a probability. But we have one student, we have 0.3218. Means none of them means it is nothing but 0. That we can, none of them we can write it as both students. One student is 1 minus 0.3218. None of them means we need to consider both. Therefore, one student's zeros IQ, and square means two students. Therefore, none of them is both values. Simplify this one. Here we are getting at least one of the students have, that is 0.5. Next, probability at most one of them have IQ between 102 and 110. That is 1 minus both of them. 1 minus 0.1036. Nothing but 0.8964.